Yo. Welcome to FKU Africa Podcast. This is your host, Maneza F8, coming to you live in the Western Cape, Worcester, man, in South Africa. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you're all doing all right under the circumstances, man. As you know, we just, uh, in South Africa, I would just say we just uh, been told by the government. It was announced on Wednesday that there will be no more wearing of mask in the public places. That include malls, hospitals, wholesales, supermarkets, all the places where you are required to wear mask. You are no longer required to wear mask. So that means that the cough, it's over. The BS is over. It's finally over. They made whatever money they wanted to make out of it. Now it's over. We get to get on and do something else and live our life as we wanted to live even before this thing came. So now that it's over, something else have come. We just been announced that we have the first monkeypox case in South Africa as of yesterday. Just when we started to celebrate that we are not longer going to be wearing masks, something else came. It's called monkeypox. What is monkeypox? Who cares? I don't care. I would see then what is it all about. All I know is that it's there's some rush that comes to you, mostly in your arms, thighs. I don't care. Whenever it comes, I will deal with it as I did with COVID 19. Most of us didn't subscribe to it, no one really cared about it. We just go on with our businesses, enjoyed life as we were enjoying life, and we are still here. Some of us didn't even go for vaccines. We are still here. So if the monkeypox is coming for us, it must come. We're still gonna be here. If we were supposed to be here, we're gonna be here. So yeah, man, just that in passing, please subscribe to the podcast, man. Check out the podcast in all digital platforms where you get your podcast at. That includes Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast at, you will find this podcast. Just search FKU Africa Podcast. That's where we at. On YouTube for sure. If you are watching, first thing you do is to subscribe if you have not, and click that like button. Leave a comment and tell us whatever you want to tell us. We are here for you. If you are just stuck at home, you have more data, you are listening to this or watching to this, which I don't think you will be watching anyway, just doing it for me. Do comment. We will entertain you with answers, and if it's a conversation that we need to have, we will make it happen. If you don't wish to, or you don't have means of commenting on YouTube, highlight me on Twitter, Maneza F8, Facebook, Maneza Kabela, Puti, Maneza, or Put Kabela, Maneza, yes. On Instagram is the same, Maneza F8. I'm also now on TikTok, which is exciting. You know, when you those kind of guys where you like, I'm not gonna go with the flow. I'm old. I'm old for this shit. I'm not gonna get into it. TikTok is for kids. I'm not getting into it. Then boom, you post your first video and it's making much numbers. I have a video that is like over 4,000 views. Most of them, they are like 400 views, 200 views. So I'm in there now in TikTok. You find me there, Maneza F8. Follow me there. Just check out my videos. Most of the videos are the clips that I cut out of this podcast from YouTube. Some was just funny videos that I just find around, and then post them there. So, without wasting any time, let's get back to the topic of today, which is all about the funeral of King Tyeluvuyo Sigcau, the king of Amampondo from Flagstaff. The Amampondo nation have lost the king, kuthiwa inkosi Khothamile Zanozuku, inkosi yamampondo. So namhlanje sobe sithatha ke ngokusweleka kwakhe nazo zonke izinto ezenzekileyo ngala mcimbi wapha womngcwabo. Kuba kuqale kwathini, kwamoshakala phi, bekutheni ze kumoshakale kwasekuqaleni. What was the leading uh, reason for this disruption that have happened pha kula mngcwabo wenkosi? So sizothetha isiXhosa kakhulu le episode kuba sithetha ngomcimbi onxulumene nentetho yesiXhosa, even though Amampondo ingengomaXhosa. Amampondo is a different tribe from Amaxhosa, which is known that in the Eastern Cape we have different tribes, but generally we speak isiXhosa in terms of being the first language of the Eastern Cape, and also the language that is being used in schools and publicly in public settings like your hospital, your whatever. In all public settings, we use isiXhosa. There are languages that are known and are being used by the people who are staying in other places in the Eastern Cape. If we talk about places like the Mpondo side of Eastern Cape, which is your Flagstaff, Elliot, Lusikisiki, Port St. John's, those places, they are speaking there is Mpondo, but I think it's Ndao. I'm not sure, but they're speaking Isimpondo, Omtram, yonke laa nto. Bekho amabhaca angaphaya xa uya koGatyane, so kula macala ngamabhaca yotshona. Nawo andiqondi amabhaca nelanguage ehlukileyo. I think andithetha isiXhosa njengayo. Kubekho amamfengu, koocofa imvaba, tsomo, Cuwa, Ngqamakwe, onke la macala. Kubekho amaXhosa, your Queenstown, Lady Frey, just around the Eastern Cape, there you find amaXhosa there and there. Kubekho esi sami isizwe ke ngoku singadumanga kuthiwa ngamaZotsho. AmaZotsho sisizwe, ayofani. There's a tribe and then there's a clan. AmaZotsho is not a clan. AmaZotsho is the tribe. Amampondo are coming from the way of iNamibia, esiza engamagqirha wamaMpondo. Ufika kwawo apha amaXhosa afika angamagqirha anaba kwezaa zizwe zamaMpondo. Zonke ezaa ndawo kugcwele amaZotsho phaa kooma-Flagstaff, koomaqumbu, koomatsolo, kooma-Elliot. Kugcwele amaZotsho asisizwe, anayo nenkosi yawo amaZotsho ekuqumbu or kutsolo. I'm not sure uba iphi, phakathi kotsolo noqumbu. Mhlaba uvundile. Nkosi yam, nkosi yam ke leyo. So getting back to the topic of today, as singamaXhosa thina, we are known as inkcubeko, ubuntu, imbeko. So ubuntu bukwi-umbrella yembeko. As ke ngoku uyazi uba imbeko iqala ekhaya. Imbeko yeyona nto siyiprayiza kakhulu leyo, yeyona nto sikhuliswe ngayo. Xa kukho abantu abadala bethetha, you're not just only going to keep quiet, but you go out. When there's older people discussing even not so serious stuff, you're not just keeping quiet, you go out of the room. So the problem with the kids of today, who are overwhelmed by democracy is that when people who are older than them, the friends of their fathers or brothers of their fathers, are speaking, they now and then they will throw a comment saying that no, it's not like that. Whatever. Back in the days, that was an invitation for a beating. You cannot intersect incoko yabantu abadala under any circumstances. Even while you are being beaten, uzawuthi umamakho sundiphendula mandingathi ndithethe ubuthetha. Even though she's asking you a question, you are not supposed to answer because now she's angry and she's not expecting you to answer. She's beating the respect in your head. So, xa sibona izinto ezingezizo esizaziyo apha esiXhoseni ziyasidanisa. Thina singamaXhosa, esiXhoseni sazi ukuba xa kukho imicimbi abantu abadala funeka behlonitshiwe. Into yona nto ebalulekileyo oyixelelwa naphi na uba sukuhlazisa umzi wakokwenu. Lizawutsho ixhego lakho okanye atsho utatakho uba ungaze uhlazise lo mzi naphi na apho uya khona. Noba yintoni na erongo, noba yintoni na oyibonayo oyaziyo uba bengasapozanga uba yenzeka ngale ndlela, awukwazi udistraktha umngcwabo. So kukho le video yalo mfana uMbasa, Prince Masa Sgcawu, oveske unikwe iplatform, I guess, esingcwabeni sika Zanokhanye, King Zanozuku uba makathethe. Nantsi into ayenzileyo, sibonele ngokwakho, yiyo le video.
Xolo bhuti. Molweni, ndiyanibulisa nonke apha endlini. Lo ume phambi kwenu nguNyawo uzophuma endlini yaseKhimbili. Ndicela ucorrect izinto ezininzi. Currently, today, as things stand, there is a court order ephume izolo against the president, against a few other respondents. And they should deal primarily with the royal family. What we are seeing today is a decision esingazaziyo. Makhulu, you are dishonest.
Uyayivala ndawo laa nto ndisoloko ndisithi ukuba noba na bekuthini, noba na wazi ntoni engaziwayo ngabanye abantu, noba wazi inyani enjani, noba ubona ubugwenxa obunjani, ngokwesintu awukwazi ukuya emngcwabeni ufike uyomosha udiskrapte inkqubo yomngcwabo. Uthi unqandwa ube usithi makhulu you are dishonest. Awukwazi soze naphi na umve umntana esithi kumakhulu, makhulu ulixoki. Soze ungaya naphi na pha apho ndisuka khona e-Eastern Cape, ungasikwa. Uyakwazi uba kuthini usikwa, ungasikwa for le nto le inje. Ungasikwa straight.
Baninzi futhi abantu abadishonest eburhulumenteni because iyaziwa i-royal family eyonyula yambeka ubhuti. Today naba abantu they then choose to deal with abanye abantu ngezinto ezingazaziyo. There is an acting king ikhona kula nantsika. Ndiyacela uxolisa, ndiyacela izinto zicorrect because there is a fear yokuba if we do not present an opposing view, there will be the misconception that we are in agreement with this mess that we are seeing here. The royal family has a view, and that view must be respected. There is a court order, and the Minister of Culture and all relevant people are aware of this. So please, let us respect the royal family as things stand.
Do you see this kind of a squeezing voice saying "Uxolo, uxolo"? This is the sound of an embarrassment. You see, this is a sound of an embarrassed older person trying to calm down a younger person to stop talking and stop causing a scene in a certain setting that you are not supposed to cause a scene. So when you are listening to that a person that next to the prince saying "Xolo, xolo," that's the sound of an embarrassment. She's saying sorry, sorry, please stop it. That's what is happening. That person is embarrassed. She is beyond embarrassed. She doesn't know what to do with herself. She is embarrassed. She's listening to this young man who is a prince
I
embarrassing
want
the
to put it on
family.
public record. Uba ikona a royal family illegitimate.
This
It can't
person,
be about kulungiswe izinto kugxilizwe party that is still currently still contesting a kingship. Yet namhlanje they are the ones pretending to be representing us. Must be honest kuyo yonke le nto enzeka apha enkosi.
yatsho kwavokotheka laa nto. Izinto zapha ke kwa emampondweni kudala zathethisa. Izindlu zininzi pha, inkosi ubukhosi bakhona buyathethisa. Kudala kuthethisa, kudala kuqhuqhwe ezikhothi. So siyayazi yonke loo nto leyo. Bekuyiwe court before the funeral, according to the article ebendiyifundile uba bekuyiwe court yabekwa i-acting king uba izoba ngubani i-acting king, nguye ozoqhuba izinto. Abantu belinye icala bateka over, yaba ngabo abaqhubayo izinto. Yiyo le nto yangoku ingathi xabanisa lo mfana banguba makeze azothetha le nto ayithethayo. Andiyazi noba unyanisile noba akanyanisanga, kodwa ke into endiyaziyo uba unyanisile kwicala loba ibibekiwe iking yona. But it doesn't matter uba unyanisile okanye akanyanisanga. Awukwazi uyomosha isingcwabo uhambe uyokuembarasa ifemeli yakho. Ayisosixhosa eso, naphi na esiXhoseni laa nto leya iyanqandwa. Let me just read the article quick. Okay, there has been chaos at the Amampondo King Zanozuku Sgcawu special funeral. His cousin claimed there is still dispute over the kingship. The late king's younger brother, Prince Masa Sgcawu, challenged the hosting of the late king's funeral service, calling out government special officials and accusing them of being dishonest. On Monday, the Mthatha High Court ruled that the Amafaku royal family and an acting king, Prince Dume Lani Sigcau, should be the one that is presiding over the funeral, which is what I'm talking about, is that the court did make that ruling that King Dumelani, who is in that house of Mbasa, is the one that is supposed to be acting king, but other people took over and ran the proceedings. So that's why this man, this prince, is acting out now. So I think with this interview, this is.
It makes no sense. If you are saying Zanozuku is the legitimate king, then again,
You see, what you should have done is that in this case, you should have waited and do something like this, which is good. He's not distracting anything. He's outside. He's just talking to the news. It's good. Not going in the podium and start the family politics, which no one wants to hear. Funeral is a celebration. We don't want someone coming in and ruining the mood of the funeral. Not that singamaxoki, it's just that singabantu abangazifuniyo uchuku, abangafuniyo embarrassment kwifamily, because la funeral ngoku ayizuduma ngoba ifuneral yenkosi, kwakumnandi, kwakucelebrayithwa ubomi bakhe, wathetha ubani nobani nobani. Le nto idume ngayo ngoku uba yadistracta cause chaos kuprince lo.
Logical extension would then be that the people who appointed him are the legitimate royal family. Now, where are these charlatans coming in? And that's our question. It has not been answered. And then the next step of the royal family was then to move to court. There was a court order in which the president is the first respondent. Is the president not here? Are they not continuing to undermine this court order?
So your question is the contempt of court?
I'm not questioning the concept of course.
The contempt.
No, it makes sense, it's fine. But the issue is the royal family has not been included in all of this. As a result, we see things as shameful as Tyeluvuyo declaring himself as a king. How can one nation have two kings? In fact, the history that we know, which is equally the history of Amakonjwayo, which are the Mpondo people that Undamase, his forefather, found when he crossed Mzimkhulu, is in unison. It's a unity. There had never been a time where Undamase was granted a kingship by FKU, because the question is, how does a king give a kingship to a son when he has another great son who is to inherit his kingship? Is he then splitting? Because Tyeluvuyo must then decide, is he Mpondo? If he is Mpondo, then he is equal to Mbangata, because King FKU had several wives. He is equal to Mbangata. He can never declare himself a king here. There is one king. There was one king, and that king was Zanozuku of Amampondo nationally. That thing, I don't know what it was. I don't know what politics they are playing.
Exactly. He's saying now he doesn't know what politics they are playing, but he went to the podium and started playing politics, which is an irony for a person who speaks on something that he did for even himself. So kuyo yonke le nto yenzekileyo, thina singamaXhosa ase-Eastern Cape, singamampondo ase-Eastern Cape, singamabhaca ase-Eastern Cape, singamangelengele ase-Eastern Cape, singamahlubi ase-Eastern Cape, singamazotsho ase-Eastern Cape, singamamfengu ase-Eastern Cape, singabathembu base-Eastern Cape. Sicela uxolo kubantu bonke ebebebukele Uhlazo. Sicela uxolo kwi-king ekuthe yakhothama, Zanozuku. Siyaxolisa kuwe, Nkosi yamakhosi, ngoba umngcwabo wakho ube lihlazo ngolu hlobo. Sixolisa kwinkosi uba umngcwabo walo ube into yentlekisa, ubhalwe i-headlines zingathi today was the burial of the great king of Amampondo. Kuthiwa chaos at the king's burial. All right, so we are getting to the end of this topic. Tell me, what do you think? Do you think Prince Mbasa was right? Do you think that for him to stand up for what he believes in and describe the funeral was the right move? Tell us, do you think that he should have perhaps wait for the right time to speak his mind into his family, which is it's something else, because there was not going to be another time, and the funeral was being proceeded the way that it was being presided anyway. So even though he went in the podium and started to speak and made a chaos, nothing have changed. So tell us, what do you think? Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Fikiria kwa undani ndugu. Tamako.